Hi, BootTube. Uh, this is for my Green Arrow one, because sadly I've only recorded Season 4, Episode 4, which is called Bad Redemption, but I missed recording Episodes 1 through 3 and 5 through 7, 7 being the most recent. Give me a sec, it's freaking dark. My bad about that, it was freakishly dark, and I'm sorry if I sound freakishly stuffy, I am still sick. But anyway, I just finished catching up with Flash and Supergirl. I'm already caught up with The Walking Dead. All I have to do is catch up on here for Arrow, and then, miraculously, hopefully, Once Upon a Time. Hopefully. Anyway, this is for Season 4 of Green Arrow. Okay. For CW show Arrow, Season 4, Episode 1, titled, like I said a few seconds ago, Green Arrow! Which is pretty cool because that's his name in the comic books. He's always been known as Green Arrow. So it's cool that it's finally happened, at least in title-wise. So let's get to it. I'm going to do the main points because, keep this in mind, I have 6 of these to film. This is the first of 6. So let's get into the major points. Basically, for what we saw in the season finale of Season 3, we saw Ray Palmer, aka Adam, working on his Adam suit, and he presses something, and that whole entire floor blows up, and no one knows what, and everyone keeps thinking he's dead, you know what I mean? And basically, because they think that Ray's dead, they have renamed Starling City into officially what is known in the comics as Star City. And, no, seriously, look at the comics. In the comics, Green Arrow came from Star City. So, yes, because they think Ray's dead because of the explosion, they renamed Starling into Star City. And not only that, Diggle, Thea, and Laura are fighting crime in Star City, while last we saw Oliver Queen, he was with Felicity Smoke, driving into the sunset. But anyway, the city's leadership, I don't know why they call it the leadership anyway, but which includes Captain Quentin Lance. Captain Lance, hey! They meet up to discuss stuff about a group of criminals, apparently calling themselves the Ghosts, who are terrorizing the city. And apparently this guy named Damien Dark, I know he's in the comics, I just can't seem to remember or find him anywhere, but he shows up claiming that he's in control of the Ghosts. And he's like warning the city leaders, like, stand aside and let the city die, right? And apparently, you know, Captain Lance and the rest of the leaders are like, hell no, we're not gonna let Star City die. I mean, come on. And because of that, Dark pretty much starts assassinating each and every one of them. But apparently they failed to kill Lance, which is a miracle. Lance is like the luckiest guy in the world. You know how many close calls Lance has had so far? This is like the first episode of Season 4, right? We have like 3 seasons worth of Lance getting into this close to death, and yet he evades it. I give that guy props right now. But anyway, he ends up surviving while Dark systematically assassinates the other city leaders. And Laurel and Thea, you know, thinking, you know, us 3 are not enough to fight the ghosts of Star City. And since Ray is apparently dead and all that stuff, they need the Arrow. So they literally, Laurel and Thea contact Oliver while he's, you know, living the suburban life with Felicity. Let me get you on this suburban life. I like the fact that in the beginning you actually see what seems to be Oliver in a green hood running, right? And you really think it's either a flashback of him in his Arrow days or even his hood days, or him being back, but then it turns out he's just regular Oliver Queen in a hoodie pullover, jogging early in the morning. It looks like a suburban area. I'm like, Oliver Queen in a suburban area? What? Did they get married and live in suburbia? But anyway, he ends up coming home and he sees Felicity sitting on the countertop cooking. Oh my god, what I've always wanted, because Felicity is my second favorite my second favorite ship that is obviously on. I have 3 ships. 2 of them, all 3 of them are from 3 different shows. But 2 of them right now are obviously real because you've seen them. One of them being Oliver Queen and Felicity Smoke, Olicity. Another one is, of course, Captain Swan from Once Upon a Time, being Captain Hook and Emma Swan. The first and foremost one, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it is from one of the shows that I have done reaction rants from. I'm waiting for that magical moment where a certain someone comes back on the show and gets together with the guy I wanted to be with, and I'll be happy. And I'll have all 3 of my ships, and I'll be like the happiest kid on earth. But anyway, going back to it, and also, to the writers who wrote down that cute little line that Oliver says while he's eating Felicity's omelet, did anyone catch when Oliver pretty much told Felicity Smoke, you have failed this omelet? That was adorable, and I have a Sharpie nail. Anyway, all the stuff that happens in Suburbia is pretty cute, like Oliver and Felicity being like on a double date dinner thing in their home, and Oliver discussing like food recipes? Seriously? Who is this Oliver Queen? I'm in shock right now, but it's so funny. And not only that, I just love their little suburbia life. I think it's highly freaking adorable. But anyway, we'll continue off later on, so probably in a different kind of video about my opinion about their suburbia life. I thought it was highly cute. But anyway, Laurel and Thea contacting Oliver and asking him to return, and Thea, of course, Felicity as well, to stop the ghost. And basically when they do show up, Diggle, who finds out, pretty much doesn't know that Laurel and Thea did this, and he finds out when he's already there. He does not like this idea. He's still mad about the whole Oliver kidnapping his wife and like threatening their child. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him on that at all. I mean, one, his wife was threatened by Oliver because he did not know Oliver's elaborate plan to infiltrate the League from the inside. And threatening a baby, that's kind of something. I know you're trying to like make it seem legit because you want to destroy the League from the inside out. But threatening a baby, especially Diggle's baby, no, that is no bueno. I agree with Diggle on being mad. But anyway, basically the team with Oliver back with them, with the 3, Laurel, Thea, Diggle, and Felicity back on the computer. They managed to track down the ghosts, and they actually witnessed Damien Dark using a form of mystical energy where when he touches someone, he pretty much drains their life. And they're like, whoa. Of course, Oliver's kind of not really as shocked as the other 3. But then again, they shouldn't be considering, they've seen The Flash. They've seen metahumans. But this is a whole other thing. This is not metahuman, this is mystical powers. So the other 3 obviously are baffled by it, but Oliver doesn't seem very baffled. Which means maybe Oliver's experienced some sort of magic? I don't know. But anyway, like working together, they end up thwarting a plot that Damien Dark and the Ghost had on killing hundreds of people at a train station. And there was a moment where Diggle does save Oliver from being like sucked his life dry because Damien has Oliver in a grip and sucking the life out of him, and Diggle saves him from that. But like pretty much afterward, Oliver makes like he literally he makes like a live video posted everywhere, not just in Star City apparently, it's like everywhere, where he says the arrow died, which people think the arrow is Roy. He's like, the arrow died, but I will carry on his beliefs and I will be the Green Arrow. He took on the name Green Arrow. I love that so much. You have no idea. Hang on for a sec, okay? Sorry about that. I thought I heard something. But anyway, like, Oliver finally takes on the name Green Arrow and broadcasts it live, not just to Star City, but everywhere around the world. Mainly being a message to the city, vowing to become the new beacon of hope since apparently the Arrow, which people believe is Roy Harper, is dead. And anyway, another thing that I thought was crazy is when we find out that Captain Lance is actually revealed to be working with Dark, I was like, no, no, is he still that pissed off that does he not know Damien Dark? I mean, Damien Dark, he's the one who shows up claiming he's controlling the ghost. He's the one who systematically assassinates all the city leaders and almost kills Lance. And yet you're working with him? What the hell? Captain Lance, what are you doing? I was in shock of that, but I was just so excited about the whole Green Arrow thing that my excitement kind of got overshadowed by the whole Green Arrow naming. But I was still in shock. I was like, no, no, Lance! I thought you were good with us now! And he tried to kill you! Why would you work with that? But anyway, oh my god, so much goodness right now, you know, the whole Damien Dark, because I know he's in the comics. I know he is. I just can't find him or remember him. And the ghosts and Star City. Finally we got Star City. We finally got Green Arrow. We finally got a Speedy. I don't know, it's just interesting. But anyway, like, in a flashback episode, not the flashback episode, but during flashbacks, you actually see Amanda Waller actually find Oliver Queen in the flashbacks and forces him back onto the Lian-Yu Island. I was wondering about that because when Oliver was found, he was on Lian-Yu, right? So obviously he makes it back to Lian-Yu somehow, some way. So I was like, he was rescued on Lian-Yu. How did he get back there? So apparently we find out how because Amanda Waller Amanda Waller finds Oliver and forces him back on the Lian-Yu Island because apparently there's a new threat there and she wants him to like look into it. So interesting. And I was about to say, when does Oliver get back on the island? He was found on the island, rescued on the island. He has to get back on the island. So I can't wait to see what Green Arrow in Star City and all that goodness. And I definitely love the lovey-dovey shit that you see with Felicity and Oliver, especially in the suburban area. That was just played out funny. I'm probably gonna make another video about that, how amazingly corny that was. But anyway, I'll see you in the next episode. Well, next video for the Season 4 Episode 2 called The Candidate. Hey! And then I'll hopefully get Episode 3. And then Episode 4 is already uploaded already on my channel. So since 4 is already there, I'll just get 2 and 3. So I'll have 1 through 4. I'll finally put them on a playlist and then get 5 through 7. And it will be good! Wish me luck, guys! Bye, Boo.